So Lightroom and Photoshop is what most people use to edit photos, particularly when they're putting it on Instagram or displaying it at art exhibitions or whatever. But what if you can't afford those products? How do you edit pictures? Okay, so primarily I do use Lightroom, but if you want to use Apple, which is an alternative and it's free, then you select an image. Let me just find my one quickly. Okay, so once you have your image, first of all, go to Get Info, which is that little exclamation mark there, and it tells you the resolution and also what format, ideally RAW. And then in the top right again, there's an Edit button. Click that, and we get a whole load of sliders and different options to edit. So we start with the white balance, and here's the eyedropper tool, which is familiar to those using Lightroom. And just click on the white bit there. Oh, don't quite like that, so we'll try again on different parts. There we go. Much better. Look at that. That's looks very natural now. So then afterwards we look at the exposure, highlights, shadows, brightness, contrast, and black points. We're only going to focus on the exposure, highlights, and shadows though. So bring the exposure up, bring the highlights up, and then we take these shadows down just to add a bit more detail. Then we come down to the sliders, the HSL sliders or the equivalent. And then the idea is that we make the reds, yellows and oranges more orange. So if we bring this towards the sort of pinky orange selection, that's for the red colour there. Put the saturation up so it's more potent, and you can already see on the saddle that we're starting to adjust the colour of that. And then we move on to the yellows, take that towards the orange. You see the flag in the centre at the top of the image is starting to change colour. And the whole reason why we're doing this is to give a sort of orange and teal look, which is a very popular kind of image look at the moment. And, yeah, bring the hue back down towards the yellows for the green. And yeah, we're going to just touch the saturation up on that bit. Now normally you would take this towards the teal, but because this is quite a flat image anyway, I decided to go towards the blue a little bit and then desaturate. And what that did, or what it has done, is you'll see in a minute the bike after we edit the dark blue. The bike goes a sort of teal colour. So that's what we're after. We're after that sort of contrasty orange and teal look. There you go, bring the saturation of the blue down. You can see now we are really starting to get that kind of teal popping out on the bike there. Then we move over to the tone curve, and like on Lightroom, you can actually edit individual red, green and blue, but what I like to do is do the RGB first and then go on to the individual colours. Almost like we're split toning, but not obviously split toning. You can actually add a little fade on this one as well, like Lightroom. Just bring up that marker right at the bottom there. Oh, didn't mean to do that, let's bring it back down. And then we edit the red, and you'll see it kind of equals itself out when you create the S-curve, which is quite a popular kind of standard procedure in the tone curve. And you can see now we're really starting to get a kind of contrasted image, and we haven't even touched the contrast slider yet. So there we go. So there the curve's done. And then what we can do is we can use a crop this doesn't appear to have any split toning. I mean, if anybody knows a way, then please do correct me, but what we've got there is different aspects for Instagram and stuff. Let's bring the crop down so we've got kind of a bit more of an even wide image. And there we have it, I believe. Yeah, so quite happy with that. We got the before and after, have we? Here we go, before, there we go, that's before, that's what we started with, that's what we finished with. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to subscribe and read the description to find out how you can connect with me on all other social media sites.